Perfect. So here we go. We're going for stretch and release. So again, just take it at your own pace. Enjoy the stretches and don't push yourself too hard. So come and stand nice and comfortably in your space. And we're just going to start, get that out of the way. We're just going to start taking a nice deep breath in and bringing your arms all the way up. And breathe out as your arms come down. Okay, good. Nice and slowly. Let's not go too fast when you do this. Breathe in and breathe really deep down into the lungs. And just feel the ribs open as you're lifting your arms up. So you're breathing in to come up and breathing out as your arms come down. Now really stretch right to the tips of your fingers. Feel that lengthening through your arms, lengthening through your spine as your arms come up. There we go. One more like this. Take a nice deep breath in, bring your arms up. Breathe out gently as your arms come down. We're going on to tiptoes now, so we're lengthening through the legs as well. Breathe in, stretch right up, reach, and breathe out. Come slowly down. Try not just to plonk your heels down too quickly. Breathing in, stretch all the way up. And breathing out, slowly coming down. Breathe in, stretch up. Each time we do it, imagine you're getting a little bit taller each time. Those muscles through your back, your arms are getting a bit easier to lengthen. And stretching through. Lovely. Perfect. Last one. And let your arms just hang by your side. Just start circling your shoulders and feel those shoulder blades squeeze together, all those crunches and clicks. You'll hear them happen. They're absolutely fine. As long as they don't hurt, don't worry about them. Just keep circling those shoulders round. There we go. Big circle. Scoop right up to your ears and then pull your shoulders as far away from your ears as you can as you circle them round. There we go. Okay, let your arms hang nice and heavy again. So imagine you've got almost like heavy weights through your hands, your arms are down. If you've spent the day feeling quite tense or your shoulders have been up here, now's the time to let those shoulders just relax. Let the tension sort of drain out those shoulders. Let your arms hang nice and heavy by your side. We're going to drop your chin down towards your chest. As your chin goes down, imagine and just feel that lengthening through the back of your neck. Okay, so some of you will feel this already as a nice deep stretch. Others might not feel too much just yet, but just go with it. Let your chin drop down as far as you're comfortable to go. And just imagine that the back of your neck's getting longer. And just have a couple of breath cycles here. As you breathe out, just let your shoulders just get a little bit heavier each time. Let your shoulders just soften down. And now we're going to start to move the chin. So chin's down towards your chest. Keep your chin along your chest wall, and you're just going to keep it close to your collarbone, so you're looking over one shoulder. When you get there, don't stay, just start to then rotate around the other way. Chin's coming to the opposite shoulder, and then again rolling back around. So we're not hanging out in any of the positions just yet. We're just allowing this gentle movement to come through the neck. So if your neck's feeling quite stiff, you might not get all the way around to your shoulder. But just go as far as you're comfortable to go, keeping your chin down. We're not letting the chin lift up or looking up towards the ceiling at all. Your eye line is always looking down towards your floor. Okay, next time when you get to a shoulder, you're going to stay there. So chin round towards your shoulder. Keep your chin down. You're looking down towards that shoulder. Now the opposite arm, imagine you're holding something really heavy with that opposite arm and it's being drawn down towards the floor. So now we're trying to get that space between your neck and your shoulder. So this arm is dropping down. And I'm feeling that stretch. So for me, all the way here through the right side of my neck, I'm feeling that stretch. This right hand is imagining it's got something really heavy in it. And I'm pushing my hand down towards the floor. That's it, good. So we just hold the stretch, make sure we hold it long enough for the tissues to relax and release. And then gently relax the tension out your arm. Roll your chin round your chest wall, look round to the other side. There we go. Imagine you've got that heavy bag in your opposite hand and push your hand down towards the floor. So again, I'm getting that stretch between neck and shoulder here. Push it down, feel that lengthening through the neck. Chin staying down, looking down towards the shoulder. And again, just breathing. Good. Imagine that bag that you're holding is getting heavier each time you breathe out. So the arms getting drawing down more towards the floor each time. And then let your arm relax and have your head looking forwards. Good. So So hopefully that feels a little bit more mobile through your neck. We're now going to take your hands out in front of you. So I'll turn to the side so you can see for this one. Put one hand behind the other and push your hands out as straight as you can. So imagine you're trying to push the wall in front of you away. You're not actually touching it at the minute, you're imagining you're pushing it away. Now push it even further so that your back starts to round and we get this sort of slumped posture from the top. So this top part of your back here is really starting to round. Obviously not great for posture, but it's really good for the stretch. So keep pushing, push, push, push. Now draw your shoulders back, come straight through your spine again and squeeze your shoulder blades together at the back. Now, as you breathe out, push your hands forwards again. So push forward, breathe out, pull that roundness through your spine, really push your hands towards that opposite wall and breathe in. Draw your shoulder blades together. Come up nice and tall. There we go. Breathe out, stretch, push away. And breathe in. Draw the shoulder blades back. There we go. Let's do two more like this. Breathe out, really push away, get further each time, really round through the upper part of your back. You're feeling your shoulder blades come wider around your ribs. There we go. Breathe in, come back. Let's do last one. Breathe out, push it away, really round your spine as far as you possibly can, and then squeeze those shoulder blades back. Perfect. Just take your feet a little bit wider. So a little bit wider than hip width. Keep your hands pushing out. This time, look at a point on the back of your hands and keep stretching your arms up towards the ceiling. Look towards your hands if you can. Unless your neck doesn't like it or you'll feel a little bit dizzy, you can look forwards. Otherwise, look up. And then we're going to start to bend forwards. Let me come from the side again. So we're going to draw the arms down. Keep looking at the back of your hand and then push your hands down towards the floor. So you're rolling down through your back and pushing down towards the floor. Good. Here we go. We're coming back up. Keep looking at the back of your hand. Stretch the arms out. They're still pushing towards that wall. Lengthen all the way up towards the ceiling. Looking at your hands. And then again, let's come forwards. Lower the shoulders down. Keep looking at the back of your hand. Roll down through the spine and push your hands down towards the floor. You're going to feel that stretch through the back of your hamstrings there. Here we go. Drawing back up. Keep pushing away. Push away, push away. Lengthen. And last one, coming all the way down. Push, 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 push. Roll yourself down towards the floor. Brilliant. Now this time, as you roll yourself back up and we get to halfway, you're going to keep your hands pushing out in front of you. We're going to see if we can drop the shoulders down to try and create a lengthening through the spine. And at the same time, you're going to push your bottom backwards. So in this position, hips, knees and ankles are all in line. For this exercise, your bottom needs to be behind your ankles so that you're really lengthening out. Good. And then squeeze your bottom to come back up. And we're going to draw that bottom all the way back again. So you're lengthening through the back of your hamstrings. Now you will find that your toes want to come up off of the ground and you'll come a little bit unbalanced. Plant your toes down into your floor. Keep them there. That way you'll get the most stretch through the back of your hamstrings. Tuck the hips forwards, come up. There we go. Breathe out, push away, lengthen. There we go. Each time you go down, see if you can get a little bit further. Breathe out, lengthen down. Trying to make that nice flat tabletop position with your spine. Let's do the last one. Breathe out, lengthen. Perfect. And just bring yourself back up. Good. Shake your arms out, shake your legs out. Hopefully that's lengthened through the back of your legs. Now we're going to aim to get the stretch to come through your calf. So if you're a regular to this class, you'll know that this is one of my favourite stretches. We're going to put your feet a bigger stride apart. There we go, you can see my feet better there. Okay, shoulders need to go over your ankle of the front leg. Little bit of a bend in the front leg. And the back leg, lift your heel off of the floor. So for this exercise, what we're going to do is a little bit of a knee bend on the front leg. And at the same time, lengthen that back leg so you're pushing your heel down towards the floor. And then we pivot back up so you come onto your tiptoes. So you're raising back up again. Little bend of the knee, lengthen that back leg, feel that stretch through your calf. So it's going to depend how tight you are through there. If you're relatively stretched through your calf, you need to take your foot a little bit further back. Okay, if this is fine and you're feeling the stretch, Let's just stick with it and just aim to get that heel down. So at this point here, when your heel's on the ground, you should feel a nice stretch up the back of your calf and then come back up. Good. Now watch that you're bending both knees. Keep that back knee straight. So it's like you're sliding your weight down into your heel and then coming back up. So the pivot's going through your ankle on that back leg. Let's just do a couple more on this side. There we go. Last one. Lovely. And then let's spin you around and we'll do the other side. So again, same distance apart with your feet if you can. Lean forward, shoulders over your front ankle, back heel is up. And here we go, a little bend at the front knee as you lengthen that back leg back, feel that stretch. What's a good one? And then pivot on the ankle, so you're coming up to tiptoes again. Lengthen that heel back and then pivot up onto your toes. So remember, if you're not feeling too much of a stretch, then take your legs a little bit wider apart. There we go. Lengthen it back. And then come back up. Good. Lengthen it all the way back. And come back up. Perfect. Let's just do 2 more with this leg. Watch the front knee doesn't bend too much. It's all about lengthening down into the heel and then gently coming back up. Here we go. Last one. And gently come back up. Perfect. Right, we're going to make our way down onto the floor. So you're coming onto all fours in this position here. So our first stretch that we're going to do, we're going to address our forearm muscles. So for this one, if you can, if it's comfortable enough for you, I want you to turn your arms round so that the palm of your fingertips are pointing towards your knees. Okay. Take a moment, get into that position. Now from here, you're going to sit back towards your heels, but let your palms stay on the floor. So you'll feel that stretch through the front of your arms and then just gently come back up. So take it to the point where you feel, oh, that feels a good stretch. Don't go any further and try not to let your palms start to come off the mat. So keep your hands pinned down onto the mat. We sit down onto your heels and then gently come back up. So you're easing yourself into that stretch. There we go. And gently back up. Let's just do 2 more. There we go. Again, each time trying to get a little bit deeper. Lovely. Okay, come off of your wrists, just give them a little bit of a rotate, take that tension out. Here we go, because we're going back onto all fours. This time your hands can face forward, so in a much more comfortable position, hands facing forwards. In this nice neutral position, so hands need to be underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And from here, we are just going to take a nice deep breath in and push your spine up towards the ceiling. And breathe out and sink through. So lift your chest, lift your hips. So you're making an arch through your back. Tuck your hips under, push your spine all the way up as you breathe in. And then breathe out, sink down, lift the chest, lift the hips. So we're getting this movement all the way through the spine. Work with your own breath cycle. Breathing in to push up. And breathing out, sink down, lift hips, lift chest, looking in front of you. 2 more, breathe in, scoop right up, really feel your shoulder blades separate as they slide around your rib cage and then up with the hips. That's it. Last one, tuck under, push yourself up as high as you can and we'll just finish in that nice neutral position. Okay, so now from here, you're going to draw a circle with your nose, if you like. So imagine your nose is drawing a circle on the mat in front of you. So we're just rotating through the whole of the neck. So this is a nice one. It means that we don't extend too much through the neck, but we are able to get full range of movement. And you might notice that there's parts of the movement that feel a little bit more stiff than others. Just make sure you're not going too fast, especially if some of the bits feel a little bit stiff. Let's change directions, rotate round the other way. There we go. So again, if you get any dizziness or any neck pain, just either smaller circles or just wait this one. There we go, last circle. Good, and we're going to get you to sit back onto your heels and stretch your arms forward as much as you can. So really lengthen your fingertips out towards the end of your mat. So you're sitting nice and deep into your heels. Stretch your fingers out And just take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe in, draw that breath right deep down into the lungs, to the bottom part of your rib cage. Imagine your rib cage is getting really wide. And as you breathe out, see if your fingers will creep a bit further forwards. There we go. Breathe in, draw that breath into the bottom of your rib cage. And breathe out, walk those fingertips forwards. Here we go, last one. Breathe in. And breathe out, walk those fingertips forwards if you can. Perfect. Now from here, tuck your hips down into your bottom a bit, or your bottom into your heels a little bit more. Slide your hands along your floor or your mat. Roll yourself up and come to sit up tall. And then we're going to do chin to your chest, roll through the spine. So we're creating a nice rolling movement. So we're moving all of the bones in your spine and slide your hands out along the floor again. And you're coming deep into your stretch. Get a little bit further. Scoot back up. We're not sticking around at any position. This is a most nice moving stretch. So each time we move or get to the end, we're seeing if we can get a little bit further each time. Stretch. Tuck under. Stretch up. Last one. Roll forwards. Stretch your hands forwards as far as you can. And roll yourselves up. Good. Okay. So from here, we're now going to stretch it through the glutes, through a little bit of the hip flexors. So we're going into this stretch. Pop your hands in front of you. We're going to take one leg and put it. I'm going to tuck it between your hands and your knee. Slide it across if you can. And then lengthen that other leg out nice and straight. For this one, when you're with me, we're going to bring hands next to your knee. So we're keeping up nice and tall. Now just watch if you've got any tension through your low back. If your low back hurts, take your hands out further forwards. This will keep your spine straighter. Whereas if you bring your hands closer, we're going to lift up higher. So we're stretching through the hip flexors, but it does put a little bit of extension through your low back. So remember, go where you're comfortable. Lift up, look at something directly in front of you. And from here, squeeze your shoulder blades together as if you're pushing your chest forward. You should just feel that stretch, just start to release through the hip flexors. Watch as you do this, that you haven't slipped over and put your bottom onto the floor. Keep your hips parallel to your mat. There we go. So we're looking forward, squeezing those shoulder blades back. Keeping open through the chest. And just breathing. Make sure you're breathing. Try not to hold your breath through any of these stretches. So you should start to feel the stretch coming into your glutes. Now we're going to take it a little bit deeper into the glutes. So drop your elbows down onto the mat. So I have tucked my left leg in front. I'm now going to get the stretch to go through my glutes on the left-hand side. So I'm going to lean into my left side and just push myself out that way. There we go. So I'm just going to feel that release through there. Now working with the breathing, if I breathe in and hold position, and as I breathe out, I'm going to see if I can just push a little bit further into the stretch. Breathe in and hold it, and breathe out, get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Don't come out of it as you breathe in. Breathe out, see if you can rotate it down just a little bit further. Last one, breathe in, and breathe out, sink down into it a little bit more. Perfect. Bring yourself back to center. Let's swap the legs around. So other leg's going to tuck across in front. There we go, tucking it in. Lengthen the other leg back, so you're sliding your hips down towards the floor. Bring your hands in close to your front knee and squeeze the shoulder blades together so you're looking forwards in front of you. There we go. That's it, just keep breathing. So we're just starting to get that stretch through the front of our hip flexors here. So again, remember, if your back doesn't like it, bring your hands further forward. Hands come back if you're comfortable to. Look in front and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. You can actually take this one a little bit deeper by tucking your toes under and lifting the leg up if you need to. And just get a little bit more stretch through those hip flexors there. Lovely. And then when you're ready, drop your elbows down towards the mat. Okay, lean into your glutes. So I've got my right leg underneath me, so I'm going to lean into the glutes more on that side. There we go. Now we're working with the breathing. So breathe in, hold. Breathe out, sink into it. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, sink into it. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, sink, last one. Breathing in. And breathing out, sink into that stretch just a little bit more. Good. And gently come out. Untuck yourself. You're going onto your back. So you're going to lie onto your back and hug your knees in towards your chest. So if everybody comes to that position, make sure you can all see. That's it. There we go. We're hugging knees in, and you're just going to rock first of all, knees to chest, gently bringing knees in. Each time you're bringing your knees in, we're lengthening through the bottom of your spine a little bit more. There we go. And now draw some circles. So we're going to do 5 circles around one way. Each time really scooping the knees in towards your chest. There we go. 4 and 5. And we're going in the opposite direction. Take the knees around. Really scoop the knees in with your arms. There we go. Lovely. And finish off those 5 there. Now straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Take hold of the back of your knees. So just softly place your hands behind the back of your knees. And we're again just going to finish off that strength, lengthening through the back of the legs. So we're going to take a nice breath in. And as you breathe out, use your arms to bring your legs in towards your head a little bit more, keeping the legs as straight as you comfortably can. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Use your arms to tuck in a little bit more. There we go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring them closer. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Hold your position. And breathe out. Just see if you can get that last bit tucking in. Super. Gently relax the legs. Pop your feet down. Here we go. We are going to now put one foot onto the opposite knee. So we're allowing this top leg to open out, let the knee drop out as far as it comfortably can. With both of your hands, you're going to grab hold of the other thigh. Hold. So I'm holding the back of my left thigh and my right leg is across the top of the left knee. So here, we're just going to hug your knee in towards your chest. So I'm feeling my glutes stretch on my right hand side here. There we go. So again, we can work with breathing. So hold the position. And as you breathe out, just draw your knees in towards your chest a little bit more. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, draw it in. There we go. Breathe in to hold. And breathe out, draw it in. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Tuck it in as much as you can. Perfect. Now keep your legs in this position and gently help guide your knees down towards the floor. So gently. There we go. So your bottom leg can stay flat against the floor. The top leg, knees probably facing up towards the ceiling. What we're going to do is take your hand over the top of the knee if you can reach it, and just gently working with breathing, only if it's comfortable. It may not be comfortable to move any further than this. Just see if you can take a breath in, hold your position, and breathe out and see if you can draw that knee down towards the floor. So we're stretching even deeper into those glutes there. Breathe in, hold position. Breathe out, drop the knee down towards the floor a bit more. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, draw it down a little bit more. Last one, breathe in and breathe out, drop it down. And gently let that knee come up. Now keep the knees bent, slide that leg round, keep the feet together, and then roll the knees back up. It's much more comfortable on your spine to do that than to straighten the legs out. So we're going for the other side. So now I'm going to take my left knee, on the left ankle onto my right knee, and hands come around the back of my right thigh. Draw it up towards the chest if you can. And again, we're working with breathing. So breathe in, hold position here. Breathe out, draw it in. So breathe in to hold. Breathe out, draw your knee in towards your chest. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, draw it in a little bit tighter. The last one, breathe in to hold. And breathe out, really feel that stretch. The stretch is coming right through the glutes through here. And then we're going to just gently guide the knee over towards the other side. So you're allowing your spine to rotate. Let the foot come down towards the floor if it can. And then the other hand comes on top of the knee. And we're just gently going to guide it down as with our breathing. So breathe in, hold position. Breathe out, just see if you can draw that knee down. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, draw it down. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, draw it down. Breathe in to hold. Last one. Breathe out. See if we can get that most amount of stretch as you can all the way through there. And then gently release the knee back up. Slide your leg along so that your feet are coming together and just rotate the knees back up to that start position. Good. Gently help yourself up to sitting. Then come and sit. Okay. From here, let's see if we can put soles of your feet together and let the knees drop out. Now, some of you will be able to get into this position. Some of you will be up like this, and some of you will be slumped like this. Okay, so it all depends on how tight these your hip muscles are. Now, if you are really slumped over like this, if you've ended up kind of like this, what I want you to do is just try and lift your chest up a little bit. Don't worry about how low your knees go, just lift your chest up. Okay, if you are able already to sit onto your sit bones, then just let the knees drop out. You're feeling that stretch through the inner parts of your thighs. And from here, working with what feels comfortable, as you breathe out, just see if you can lean forwards into the stretch a little bit more. Okay, just starting to feel that stretch through the inner thighs. Breathe in, hold your position, and breathe out. See if you can just lean into it a little bit more. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, drop yourself down. And breathe in to hold. Last one. Breathe out, drop yourself down. So it's all through those inner thigh muscles. That's where we're feeling it. Lovely. And gently bring yourself back up and sit up nice and tall. Perfect. Come up onto your knees. If you're not comfortable on your knees, come up to standing, because you can do exactly the same standing. I'm just going to choose to do this on the knees. I'm going to have hands out in front of you. Actually, I'm going to show you from the side. So for this one, we're going to draw one arm back. So your elbow is going to come back as far as you can, twist through your body, and then straighten the other arm out. So we'll get a nice stretch through the front of your chest. So lengthen, feel that stretch. Use your elbow to draw you right back. And then we're rotating through, swapping the arms around, lengthen the other arm forwards, take the opposite elbow back, and feel that stretch again through the chest. Let's swap it round. Straighten one arm, draw the other elbow close to your body. Allow your spine to twist through so you're getting this lengthening and stretching through your chest. And then sweep through again. Lengthen through. Good. We're not hanging out too long at the end of the stretch. We're going to use it again as a nice dynamic, moving, flowing stretch. Good. Let's just do one more on each side. Really lengthen through. There we go. And again, stretch, lengthen. Good. Let your arms relax. Gently come up to standing. Good. Find your space standing again. There we go. And just circle through your shoulders. Let's just slow our breathing down. Take a nice slow breath in for 2 shoulder rolls. Slow shoulder rolls. And a slow breath out for 2 shoulder rolls. Always scooping the shoulders backwards because we've probably spent all day hunched forwards. There we go. And we're going to now lengthen down towards the side. So imagine you're holding something heavy again. Let it draw you all the way down towards the side. Let the other shoulder come up towards the ceiling. Gently scoot back up and down to the other side. Lengthen, let the other shoulder come back up and slide back down again. Lengthen, lift the shoulder. There we go. Just ease that movement through your low back. Again, just taking it down to where you feel comfortable. If you've got any tightness or any niggles through your back, be very aware of them. Don't force the stretch through. Stretching doesn't fix everything. It certainly feels good for most things, but it doesn't fix everything. So just go with what your body feels comfortable for. There we go. Perfect. Shake out through the arms, shake out through the legs. Let's take another deep breath in and raise your arms up towards the ceiling. And breathe out. Let your arms come down. Just slowing everything down. Slow breath in. And slow breath out. Bring your arms back down. Good. Breathe in. Lift. Really stretch towards your fingertips. Onto your tiptoes this time. Breathing in. Coming all the way up. Lengthen. And all the way back down. Slowly through your ankles. Breathe in. All the way up. And breathing out slowly down. There we go. Breathe in. Last one like this. And breathe out. Right, we're going to take all the last bits of tension out of your body. We're going to go into our full body swings. For this one, we're bringing the arms forwards. Make sure you've got nothing around you and no lampshades above you, because we are going to speed it up a little bit. So take a little deep breath in as your arms come up. Breathe out, bend your knees, swing your arms through and push through your feet, come up to hold a balance at the top. We're getting a bit faster with each one. Bend your knees, swing your arms through and push, really lengthen. Bend your knees, sweep your arms through. Good. Everybody with me? Nobody knocked anything flying? Good. Last two. Bend your knees. Swing your arms through. Stretch and hold it. Last one. We're going to really hold. There we go. There we go. Hold the balance at the top. Keep up onto your toes. Really feel that stretch through your ankles. You're imagining someone's grabbed hold of your wrists and pulling you up towards the ceiling. Now slowly lower your heels back down. Slowly lower your arms back down. And just let that tension come out your arms, out your legs, shake it all out. Brilliant. Hope you enjoyed that. And hopefully you feel a lot more stretched, released, relaxed. And it's giving you some ideas of some stretches that you can do. If anybody needs to ask any questions now or anything, then obviously unmute yourselves. We're doing this every Thursday.